What's going on, guys? Matty Day Trades back at it again with a Fire Weekly watch list. Honestly, there's so many names to be looking at right now. It's kind of um, not confusing me, but I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to go with these squeezer names just because they've been, squeeze and growth, all that. Just because they've been ridiculously hot. Can make some real decent coin here. So I'm gonna start off with Unity, right? Just bear with me for a second. Remember this descending triangle here. Um, Images, right? So we have this descending triangle here. Um, something like this, right? And you have it here. And descending triangles, pennants, all that stuff I love because I play, the down or the up, right? There's trend here and there's a base there. I don't care which way it goes. I'm playing either way, right? So just for a second, bear with me here. Here is U weekly chart, just for reference here. We recently have played this one. It'd be coin, right? Basically identical chart, right? Coin, real thin PA. That descending triangle puts in a new low and doesn't really break a new low. Kind of watching you for the same thing here. Um, so, again, that all time low is up at 65. I'm not saying that happens, right? But you put in the new low and then you kind of base out, box out here, right? So this 47.30 is the top of this box here. And we got some real nice volume coming in, and this thing looks ready to pop. So just for ease of video here, I'll make this gold. Boom. Oops, sorry. Do that, right? So that's our, top of our level. And just for the sake of video and playing, the high of this candle is 50.05. Okay, something like that, right? So I'm going to set this alert here, actually. I want to get into this one. And these squeezers, these growth names just been going absolutely nuts. Take it down to the daily here. Again, okay, this PA, that all-time low broke and it was only down. We can see, oh, I gotta move this now. So, we can see 51.20, 53.82, 56, not saying this thing goes to 65, but it's got the power to go to 65. Okay. Here's that, daily fits that box a little better. Here's the breakout. We had a retest on Friday. Now we need to push this high for that trigger. Carvana is another one. It kind of, actually, sorry, play this one a lot here. So here's that monthly, right? And, this monthly breakdown, do we have sellers exhaust down here, some accumulation, right? It would have been ideal playing calls down there at 29.73. If you did, great. If not, now we're kind of, okay, well, what's next? Well, this thing has legs to, 57, over 57. This thing can go parabolic 65, 72, 60. That's retested downtrend. Again, I'm not saying it happened. Last time we dipped at this prior low here, right? Look at the PA that happened. So, just comparison, right? Look right at that 2180, right? We kind of get the love there. Again, I'm not saying this happens, right? These are two different, this in the same month went crazy, but the idea of the move, right? You go 21.83 and the next monthly candle's at 95, right? So this thing, it sucks, but again, sorry, bear with me. So I have a level at 50 here. You can play that prior high at 48.62, but if we kind of reject down, you play 48.62, risking that, barely a dollar move, not worth the risk to reward here, right? I'm looking for a 50 reject or that breakthrough of 50. And again, right, 50 breaks, you see 56.78, 50 breaks, you see 54.74, 50 breaks, you get 56.70, right? 56.70 breaks down, right? 50, etc. So this 50 breaks, we're going to see a real quick move. If that 56.78 breaks, right, we kind of created the box there before, and again, 68 is possible. So 50 is going to be that level for us here on Carvana. Very interested in this. I didn't get to dabble in. I missed my fills on Friday. It is what it is. Also wanted to go over you. It seems like this big buyer rolled up on profits here. He's loading the 50. And then the contract I'll be watching is 5812 call. These 1118s. I mean, it seems like they're rolling up. And then, like I said, this 50 call 812 here. Going to see this contract on Monday, see if it sticks. This is for you, by the way. I forgot about this. I wanted to show you guys this flow. So, again, that was our first ticker we went over. And again, I'm not saying 65 happens, but 65 is possible. So interesting to see these guys roll in the 50s, and the 50s getting slapped here Friday. So interesting. All right, so we got you, we got Carvana. CHPT is another one I'm pretty excited about here. I'm personally waiting for 1630 to break out. Over that, I mean, this thing can go 1760. Over 1760, I would love to see 1960 20 area weekly breakout, right? We've seen what these weekly breakouts do. Potential inverted head and shoulders, again, weekly time frame breakout, you're going to get a big move. The monthly, right now, the monthly, you can kind of clearly see that this thing looks like it wants to go and tag that 1740. So 1630, nice dollar move. And again, just perspective, right? This thing looks like it does want that 1960. So again, weekly moves, this thing can, see a real nice breakout here. If 1630 rejects, I don't even want to play downside the flow here. As always, CHPT gets absolutely lit up, but the 16s for 812, 819 definitely have my eye. That's the ones I'm going to be watching. Let's see. Not too bad. Alrighty, so CHPT, like I said, 1630. 1760 would be great if 1760 holds. I'd love to see, 1960. Ideally, I don't think we get it, but that would be great. Like I said, I have a plethora of names here. Netflix is another one. This weekly is getting so tight. Nice inside candle. Again, that 230.86, 231 really needs to hold. We could see this thing up to 250. 236.27 first stop. Let's see, 241 second stop, and then nothing really stopping until 248. We'll say this daily rising wedge also at this 231. So you can play the low of Netflix 223 break, but you're risking, 219.62. If 219.62 breaks, I'm looking for the prior low at 211.76. That daily retest of 203 looks pretty appetizing. Mara is another one here. It's really a coin sympathy play, but again, if market stays hot, which I think this week we get our pullback. But you look at Mara's weekly here. I'd love to see this thing back at 1780, 20 area. This weekly flag here trying to break, it broke out, faked. Bitcoin got that random knife here. So to be safe, you can play this wick at 1440, risking 15. Over 15, this thing can have some fun. Like I said, 1540 opens the gates to 1770, 18 and beyond. Again, coin's been hot, it's been squeezy, but like I said, I think we run out of steam here. do have some trend there. So if trend breaks down, you need to get through 1175, and then you can start moving down to that 10 area. There are so many names, it's nuts. Snow was another one, nice daily breakout. Really, the market, again, I think this week is our pullback, but the market stays hot. It's been incredible what we've been seeing. Nice daily breakout, retest prior high breaks. This thing holds 164.80. It needs to clear 168.53. If that clears, this thing's gunning for 170, 172. If 164.80 does not hold, this thing can fall pretty fast. 163.40, 161.20, 160. Under 160, this thing floods 155, 152, which was our major level prior. Like I said, there is so many names. NKLA, I'm still watching this name. We made some decent coin on it, but it is setting up this big falling wedge. It broke that 740 holding. If trend breaks out at that $9 base, we could see a real nice rip to 1150 area. SE Shopify, SE weekly here looks absolutely insane. We did break out intraday, intraweek, but SE breaks this 90 level. This thing looks like it's gunning for 102, 110, 112. Let's see daily here to get us a couple targets. So so there's 90. We need to clear. I guess we got to get through this 92.40, and we got to get through 95.85 to really get this party started. So it really 90 looking for call side or reject to the call side. 92.40 should come fast, but we will get resistance there. Over that, I think 96 come fast. If it's the reject, PA is pretty thin, 85.64. Under that, really 83.70 and retest that 80 level. I'm trying to pick here. Snow, Shop, PFE, BNTX. BNTX has been on an absolute tear with Moderna. Moderna is another one I really like going into this week. PFE downside looks good actually. So weekly, we finally got this breakdown on PFE. We broke down once and it completely just ripped back up. That 50 level is kind of, this threshold. But if this thing breaks under 49.10, we want to see 47.82, 46.20, ultimate retest down at 43.50 somewhere. For the upside, I don't even want it, honestly. I don't like playing the upside. Meta is back at this 170, 170 level. It rejected Friday quite nicely. You got trend there, right? Last time this thing broke 170, 170, we saw 184. So pretty nutty move, right? So over 170, 170, I want to see 175, 50. We can move up to 180 level. If it rejects this 170, 170, you need to break this prior low and your threshold at 166. Under that, we could see 163.70, 161.50, 160, etc. That looks real good as well. DocU's in the gap here. DocU can go crazy. This 673 bottom box from over here is acting as resistance, but if that breaks, this thing's got legs to 76, 72. Over that box goes to 80, right? This box over here is really 72 to 80. So, like I said, 76, 72 gives 80 to the downside. This one's pretty tough. 60. I'm more looking upside on that. Airbnb is another one that looks pretty giddy. it can get tossed in the squeezers. I don't know what this alert is. We should not have that there. Um, we should be putting this right here. So Airbnb needs to clear 120, 121 area. It sees 126 fast. Over 126, this squeezes 135. Well, 130 over that, 135. Gonna play 121 or the reject. This thing rejects 121, comes back down to 110 pretty fast, under 110, 105. The squeezers are getting going. AMC, I know I don't like this name, but really this monthly trend breakout, this thing's screaming 25 here. Um, BNTX, like it's crazy. Now they got us all looking bullish, but I am still bearish this week. I don't know if we went over Roblox. That's another one that gets squeezy. Monthly, nice seller's exhaust here, reversal candle. Weekly breakout here. Looks like it has room till 60. I know, seems far, but these names, that's how they move. They go crazy. It's pretty wicky, but like I'm down to play 5064 because this thing gets crazy. But you're risking these prior highs, right? So if you get 5064, you're risking 53. The $3 move I'll take over this. That's when we get squeezy. That's when we can see 57. Gap starting at 59, squeeze to 66. Not saying it happens, but yeah, Carvana, Roblox, UPSD, Netflix, Zoom looks great. UPS looks great. Zoom's more bigger time frames. Possibly inverted head and shoulders. This pennant here, it ultimately needs to clear that 124 level to get real squeezy to that 140. But that prior high breakout can test, what's this high? 115 can test 120 level again. So, or you play the reject at 115, looking down here back to 110, 105. Snow UPS I know was more call side, but it's still, I'm always open. The trigger Friday 195.80, right? This thing's pretty thin here. Weekly, two 200, 198.54 is where I'll look to short. If that breaks out, this thing can squeeze fast to 200, 203, 204, 205. To the downside, it also looks pretty rippy. 198 rejects, 194 comes pretty fast. Under 194, 188. This leak, like I said, is more like I'm just watching, not necessarily giving exact breakdowns, just things I'm looking at. Visa weekly breakout, this thing's been basing at 190. Now we're getting a little squeezy. Yeah, we look ready, but I do think, I dropped that SPY analysis. I think this is the week we see our pullback. If, the Carvana does reject 50, this thing can drop very fast. 40, imbalance back down to 32.60. CRM looking giddy. Chewy is just beautiful. Retest of that demand there. Nice bounce heading back up. See if we get a break. Yeah, so like I said, it's more just get your eyes on some names. There's so much to look at. And I do think this is our down week, which I am a little biased on. So, great weekly box here on Google. Google breaks 120. 122, 125 fast, rejects back down. We could see sub 100s, right? EMPH, obviously, just nutty. We've been going over that. Baba looks real heavy. But all right, guys, I'm going to head out of here. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's bank this week. Let's be active. Let's ride.